I went onto the freeway for the first time just to go on the on ramp, off the next off ramp, just to test my freeway skills. And the first thing I noticed is I was being hit with all this wind. I don't have a windshield, or I didn't have a windshield on this Nightster when I first got it. And that wind was just hitting me and slapping me in the chest. And so I wanted to get a windshield. So what I did was I installed that windshield onto my bike. And it was not a difficult process, but I had to do a little bit of maneuvering to make sure that the mounts fit on the handlebar correctly. And I did. I got it. Now I got a windshield. Tested it out. Fantastic. Absolutely love it. So I'm ready for my ride down to Oceanside. Yes. You know, all of this with the windshield got me thinking about protective factors, what psychologists and therapists refer to as protective factors. There are things that we have in our life, there are things that we have in our skill set, there are things and strategies that we have already built in us that are either risk factors or protective factors, things that could either help us along the way in our journey of healing or that could hinder our journey toward healing. Just like that windshield on that motorcycle. I could have been fine and just rode my motorcycle on the freeway and get hit with all that wind and just deal with it. A lot of people do. You see a lot of folks riding around with no windshield and they're perfectly fine. And I could be perfectly fine. I chose to be more than fine. I wanted a windshield so that I could go for an hour and a half with no problem, with no wind hitting me in the chest and forcing me to move left and right when I didn't need to. It's the same thing a lot of times for our mental health, our journeys. You know, people who have anxiety, people who have depression, people who have all kinds of things going on, stress, feeling overwhelmed. This idea that we have some factors built in that if we just utilize them and turn them on, we make our way on this journey a lot more smoothly. You know, a lot of us, for example, have a supportive network and we have friends and we have family who care about us, but we refuse to seek help. We refuse to lean on them. We refuse to have them support us. And that's exactly what a support network is supposed to do. Support us when we need that help. I have a very, very big protective factor in my life, which is my wife, who is a big mental health advocate. And so anytime when I feel like I need to lean on her, I need to go and lean on her instead of trying to do it all myself. These protective factors are a lot like that windshield, and we could make it through okay without using them, but we don't have to. And so I'm gonna keep on this bike with my windshield and move through a lot more smoothly. Just like I am in my life. I'm gonna lean on my wife, lean on my support network, lean on my protective factors, and make this journey happen. Y'all take care. This is the Full Throttle Therapist signing out. Peace.